to my channel. My name is Rebaone the Reeb, if you don't know. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Today I'm telling a story which is from a couple years back, like probably 4 years back. Okay, it's from like 4 years back, man. So one, it happened a really long time ago, so I might miss out on certain parts of the story. Two, I genuinely I have bad memory, so there's genuinely parts of the story that I might leave out that would either make the story make more sense or yeah. But besides that, let me tell the story. So okay, so just for background, when I was in Cape Town, I had a student job with, I don't know if I want to tell you the company, but in Cape Town, I don't know if Joburg universities or anywhere else do this, but UCT and UWC had a program for semester abroad students. So students from other countries could come and study, go UCT or UWC for a semester. So I worked with a company that facilitated this. So it facilitates the students coming here. So we would accommodate them. So I was called a mentor. So that's what the job was called. It was called mentor. Konja, what did they called it? Student. I don't know what the other name for it is, but that name makes more sense. But in any case, I was a mentor, which means that I basically had to be the relatable person to the students that came. So we are more their age. We are also students. We stayed in the same building with them. You know, we worked at the office. So anything that they really needed with regards to being here is the job that I had. So basically what I had to do was we stayed in the building with them, which means if something was going on in their rooms, say for example like maintenance, they would report the maintenance to me and I would take it to the company and then it would get fixed. We would be like standby type situations, like if one student, something happens to them and they have to be rushed to the hospital, we'd have to take them to the hospital type of situation. And then what else do we do? Basically just be a sister, like a big sister type situation, and help out with like what we had to do is like take them around school, explain to them how the campus works, how the school system works, and also just like teach them about South Africa and Cape Town in specific, like culturally. Like if someone says this to you, this is what they mean. Like, or if someone says this to you, they're not being rude, that's just how South Africans speak, or wabo, like so we were in charge of things like that. And also then planning activities for them to do in Cape Town, wabo, stuff like that. So that was my job. And obviously because a lot of the people were our age, like we're in the same age group, because it's a student job, so they won't hire like a grown woman to do the job. So we were the same age group. So you do, like some students are very like dependent, wabo, they need you all the time, or they want to come and hang out with you all the time, so you guys get close. So sometimes I would be a little close with some, or you know, I like obviously like you're here for about 6 months, so obviously we're gonna form some type of relationship. And in this particular semester that I'm going to talk about, I became friends, like proper friends with about 5 of the students. So now the story. So now okay, so let me start. I'm gonna call them my babies, ne? I'm gonna call them my babies, and then I'm gonna say baby 1, baby 2, and baby 3. I'm gonna talk about 3 people, ne? Because I don't want to name them. Sharp. So, I have baby 1, who is baby 1 and baby 2 that at some stage I got really close with. Baby 3, there was potential to get close and become friends and be cool. But baby 3, I guess at some stage we were friends, but she was very weird. Then, okay, baby 1 and 2. Baby 1 is the very, should I say assertive? Ne? Okay, I'm gonna say she's very assertive in the sense that she knows who she is and she doesn't feel sorry about anything that she chooses to do. She's very confident in herself. Sometimes, most of the time. Baby 2, she was African and very Christian. Ne? Yeah, I think those are the 2 important things about her. And then we have baby 3. Baby 3 was also very much Christian. My problem with baby 3, it was that she was those Christians who like judge other children, like, oh, when are you doing this, that kind of. Those Christians I have a problem with, because why are you calling yourself Christian when that's not what Christianity is about? Only God can judge. Tupac, joking. Anyway, so baby 3 was Christian, but like those kinds of Christian who were not fun to be around with. Like, don't, like, she was those staunch Christians who just judge people, and I hate that. But in any case, that was baby 3. So get those are my 3 people. Then with baby 3, let's talk about baby 3. Baby 3, I can't remember clearly, but I think baby 3 came earlier than all the other students. So I think there were 1 or 2 days where we would go do airport pickups of the students, and I think baby 3 came about a week earlier or something like that. So she was here a week earlier, which means she doesn't really know anyone except for us, the people who are working with her. So it was me and my roommate, my co-worker, Zanele. So baby 3 only knew us, and I guess she could only really spend time with us. Guys, I might be lying, but I don't know why I remember this. You know what? I don't even remember. I think she came early or she came late. Something was up, ne? But now me and Zanele had to like be there for her. So I think the first day she arrived, I think that's what happened. Ne? I think the first day she arrived too early. So we hadn't prepared her bedroom or something like that. Ne? Bekuko something wrong in her room, or I don't remember. So all I remember is Zanele and I had to borrow our sheets. So I think I took my, I don't know, like a pillow and something, and then Zanele put something else like a duvet, and we gave those to her, like our personal stuff. And then obviously that's like a very kind gesture. Yes, one, it was our job, but I think to her it came off as, yo guys, like these people are amazing, which we are per, but like that's how it came off to her, which I came to learn like later on. It came off as like, wow, you're so great. And then another time they went, she went, what is it? She went, what is this? Surfing. So I don't know, go Musenberg, like, you know, that whole surfing lessons type thing. She went there with a couple other students, but she hurt her, I think she fractured or something, her ankle. Hey, Angas. But something broke there in her foot. And so she had to go to the hospital that night. And we were at First Thursday. Hey, I think that's... Anyway, we were at First Thursday. First Thursday is an art night in Cape Town where like galleries are open for free, like that kind of stuff. So we were at First Thursday, me and Zanele and the other students. So baby 3, I got a call from my boss to say baby 3 needs to be taken to hospital. So now Zanele and I have to choose between ourselves who's gonna go back home and leave first Thursday, who's gonna go back home and take baby 3 to the hospital, stay there with her until the doctor gets to see her, until her leg is wrapped or whatever properly through the night. Essentially, you're gonna spend a couple hours at the hospital in the emergency room. So I was like, you know what, it's fine. I've done first Thursday before, I'll probably do it again next time. And if someone else needs to go to the hospital next time, Zanele is going. Sharp. So I went back home. How did I go back? I can't remember. I went back home and then took her to the hospital. So then we signed her, like we tell the person there like why this girl is here, blah blah. And then now after you tell them what happened, we have to wait for a doctor to come out to come and see her. So we sat, you know how it be in South African hospitals. We sat there for a while, for hours and hours and hours. We were talking, obviously now learning each other. What do you do? What do you like to do? Blah, blah, blah. We're chatting like a lot. And I guess that made us closer. And I seemed such a great person. And then when she had to, now like the doctor came and I went in with her and whatever. I think she was like afraid of injections or something like that. She was going mad. And I held her hand. Yeah, this is all seeming so romantic actually. I held her hand and like threw her injections and all of that. Cool. And then her foot got faced or something, whatever. We were done, okay. Then after that, went back home. And I think by the time we got back home, everyone was back from first Thursday in the building. So I was just chilling with like Zanele and I can't remember. Cool. That was like experience number 2 where my baby 3 felt like, I'm the most amazing person in the world. Yeah. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that the kind of job I had required me to be there for these kids. Like I had to be there, you know. And so now it makes it seem as if like, wow, I'm this great person, but it was my job. Anyway, so sharp. Now comes, I don't know, it comes to the part of the semester where there's that 1 week holiday. I think it was either April or September. I can't remember which part of the year it was. It was probably September because it was a bit cold. I don't remember actually. So it was that short holiday, like it's 10 days or something like that. Sharp. Then now that's the 10 days that the American students are using to see other parts of South Africa or other parts of Africa that they can visit. So some of them would go to like Zimbabwe, Vic Falls. Some would go to Kruger National. Some would go like, you know, like in Totejwalo, like, the other babies went to Joburg. Yeah, so like they would spend that 10 days to try and go other places in the country. Sharp. So now, actually, before we start the holiday, let me go back a bit. So baby 1 and baby 2, as the semester is going, baby 1 and baby 2 are getting to know each other. So ingati baby 1 and baby 2 at some point they started liking each other like romantically, like, and they're both girls. If I forgot to mention that, they're both girls. Baby 1 and baby 2 are girls. They started liking each other romantically. Baby 2 went mad because she's Christian, she's African, she doesn't know what this feeling is. She hated it in the beginning. And then Baby 2 confided in baby 3 about it. Our staunch Christian mem, our Jesus. Okay, let me not call Jesus that, because Jesus is not like that. So baby 2 confided in baby 3 about it. Baby 3 was telling her how it's bad, it's satanic. You know how it be, Charlie. And then, like, as time went by, baby 3 was like taking scriptures to baby 2 every day. Hello, baby 2, Ari, she's breathing. Baby 3, hey, when I twara pesalema. Wabo, that kind of vibe. Sharp. So now, baby 1 and 2 eventually just let themselves be, and baby 2 and 3 stopped getting along because baby 2 was just like, wait again, I'm gonna do this. Like, she genuinely actively started dating baby 1. Baby 2 and baby 1 got into a relationship. I think I'm gonna call it a relationship because it was 6 months. So baby 1 and 2 got into a relationship. Baby 3 was like, you know what, that it's demon work, that's Satan's things. I don't want anything to do with that. She used to bring up Bible scriptures, but just make her feel like nonsense, honestly, for what she was doing, for what she was feeling, and all of that. And now, obviously, mos kuchoba, it means that baby 3, one, either homophobic, I don't know what to call it, homophobic, or a staunch Christian, or what, but obviously, mos rotle we agree. Obviously, that means you would never do that. Now, let's go back to the holiday time. And baby 3 had plans with other girls to go to somewhere. I almost said the place, but then they're gonna tibanisa. Baby 3 had plans to go somewhere with other girls, but then the other girls ditched baby 3. Baby 3 comes from a filthy rich family. So baby 3 told her parents that she wants to do a solo trip. Like, she wants to do this trip and she wants to do it by herself because everyone else ditched her. Her parents were like, my babes, that don't make no sense. Like, you are in another country, you don't know the place, you don't understand a lot of things about the place. What you're not gonna do is go on this trip by yourself. Sharp. Then I think baby 3's parents spoke with my boss. So baby 3 and my boss, I think, decided together that I must go on the trip with her. Like a fully sponsored trip on the garden route, guys. If you know, you know. Garden route is quite a pricey trip to do. You know, there's activities and whatever. Like, when I tell you baby 3's parents, or baby 3 paid for everything. Like, I went to the garden route for free. So sharp. Anyway, so now cool. Now let me think. Okay, comes the day of the trip. Also, mind you, my parents and I, our relationship was very wishy-washy at the time, so we weren't speaking. So my parents didn't know I was leaving Cape Town to go on the garden route. So now, day 1, we go pick up the car, no, I lied, the night before the trip, we went to fetch the car from the car hire place. We fetched the car the next morning. Now it's time to travel. We're going on the trip. So babes decided, like, on the trip, what we're gonna do is like chat and like get to know each other, like basically cool. So on the trip, I'm like telling her, on the trip, I'm telling her like my life, and you know, like where I grew up, how I grew up, you know, my family, my beliefs, like basically who I am, like the whole shebang. Then it's her turn to start telling me the story. So now, ne? There was this one time before the trip, like a while ago, where we were chilling, me and Zanele and our babies were in my room or Zanele's room or something. But you know, we were doing like girly talks and like funny stuff. So baby 3 was a very weird and uncomfortable hand. So we forced her to tell us about her first kiss. So, so she told us, and she was like, you need to concentrate now. Hear her story. There was this boy, ne? I don't know if it was a boy she liked or whatever. There was this boy. This boy dragged her behind the bushes or something like that. Also, this is sounding much like love and basketball, okay? Boy dragged her behind the bushes. They kissed, they made out, and that was her first kiss. Ne? Okay, Shabu, now on the trip. Now she's telling her life. Hi, her life in. But at some point, she gets to a stage where I don't know why she decided she's gonna open up about this part of her life. But now it's talking. And then she's like, you remember the story I told you guys about my first kiss? I'm like, yeah, you know, because my memory is ne? So I'm like, yeah, I remember. Anyway, so she reiterates the story. And then she's like, I lied. Hey, Sana. She lied. And her first kiss was some girl, whatever, some girl she liked. Hey, what? hey, guys. So, some girl she liked, whatever. Now I'm like thinking to myself, hey Batung, why Mugele Ona I feel like, one, she must open up to me about this. 2, she must open up to me about this in that very moment. I'm like, yeah, I can. Weird, funny, you know, but I'm entertaining the story because Mogu, we are about 3 hours outside of Cape Town. My sister, there's no turning back. And if you do turn back, you're going to turn back by yourself. How are you going to get back to Cape Town? Now it's getting shushu. Sharp. We go to like the first place or whatever. We go to the first place. I think we were in Oudtshoorn first. We slept in Oudtshoorn. Yes, yeah. Oudtshoorn was nice. In Oudtshoorn, nothing funny was happening. We were all good. We had a great time. We stayed at this other place. Oudtshoorn was amazing. Sharp. The next day, we traveled to... Hey, I can't remember. Oh, there was... I don't remember this place, but it was not... I think we went to Tsitsikamma. Yes, the next day was Tsitsikamma. Ne? Yeah, I think. Can't remember. But anyway, it was amazing. And we did... What is that thing again? I forgot what that activity is. And I think also on that day we did what is it called? Paragliding. We did paragliding. And we did that thing where you like hold on like this and you're sliding through the forest. I can't remember what is this thing called? Anyway, I can't remember. That's what we did. But it was really nice. Now is coming time to go to our accommodation in Tsitsikamma, right? We're going to our accommodation in Tsitsikamma and let me think. Oh, okay, sharp, yeah. Now we shower at night and all of that, and then it's bedtime, and then she's like, we must watch a movie. I'm like, okay, cool. So I try and set up the laptop and whatever in a way that, so it was 2 single beds, and then in the middle we put a chair and then put the laptop there so that we can both like watch like this. So first she's just like, why don't we get in one bed together and watch him the movie? At that point, I had already started feeling boma, like uncomfortable, like, you know, when your instincts are telling you, "Kona into it off." So at that point, I had already started feeling like, honey, what we're not gonna do is that. So I was like, no, it's fine. I don't want to. I want us to watch it like this. Sharp. We watched the movie. We finished it, I think, or I slept. Cool. Then we were done in Titikama. I don't know. I think we left the next day or 2 days after. Drive to Naisna, right? How now when we get to Naisna, I feel like she felt that the trip is coming to an end, because from Naisna we were gonna drive back to Cape Town. So she felt like, I think she felt the trip is coming to an end and I didn't do what I had set out to do. So now, yaqalinkatazo there in Naisna. In Naisna, you know, we did Naisna things also. It was very nice. It was very beautiful. And then comes, it's always in accommodation at night. You see, the problem is always coming busigo. So sharp, we go to our accommodation at night. And then now she starts showing me like this girl. I can't now, she did her confession in the car on our way to the trip. Now she's showing me this girl, and it's not this girl from campus. And like the girl, I think I knew her, not no like this, but I think we're either in the same faculty, or she was in like those groups that like organize like groove and stuff like that. I can't remember why I knew that girl on campus, but she was known. And like if I were to meet the girl, we could greet each other, you see. But it was never a thing of like, I didn't even know her name. And I didn't. Oh, but I think, okay, so baby 3 asked me like, do I know this girl? I'm like, not really. Oh, we had gone to a party together. Or like me, baby 1, baby 3, Zanele and myself. We had gone to a party together, and that's where we saw this girl that she was showing me on Facebook or Instagram or something. And so she was like, I must ask this one friend of mine that was also at the party. She was like, I must ask the friend what that girl's name is. So I asked my friend about, hey, who is this girl? Like, what's her name? Like, I know her, but like, what's her name? And then I got the name, and then whatever. Then cool. So now baby 3 is telling me like how she's like giggling and like she thinks the girl is cute or all of that. I'm like, now in that moment I felt like she was really trying to tell me, listen babes, I'm so gay. I'm gay hard. I'm gay girl cool. So I think that's what she was trying to make me realize. And then now she starts these stunts of like, then she comes over, I think I put on my periods or whatever, and then she comes and she like sit on my bed, and now she's moving closer to me and all of that. I'm like, hey baba, oh. Anyway, I started getting nervous, guys. I was like, guys, what a girl. I'm so far from the place that my parents know I'm in. So if I call my parents from Nice and I'm like, yo, I need to be rescued, I'm gonna be killed. Oh, hi, shut up. So I'm starting to get very nervous and uncomfortable. And I'm like, hey, now I'm bothered, because in that moment I could tell what was going on. Then she's like looking at me, and then she's like, we must sleep together, like in the same bed. And there's 2 separate beds. Nice, most. She's like, we must sleep together. I'm like, I don't want to do that nonsense. So I was like, no, I give it. And then she was like, okay. And then now she's sitting there in like distress, like sitting weird. And then she's like, hey, yo. She said, I think I'm gonna sin. Yo. I was like, Jesus. I think she said, it was something along those lines, like, I think I'm gonna sin, or like, I want to sin. Something like that. I was like, yeah, we're not baby 3. What are you saying? And then she just laughed. But like she kept saying things pretty weird and laughing and not sleeping. And just, I think she was in a state where she really wanted to make a move, but she couldn't say anything. And that was our last night in Neisner. And so I think she had also felt like if she goes to bed, then kuphelile, because we're gonna wake up in the morning and leave and go back to Cape Town and life is gonna be normal and now you must be Christian again. So she was just very anti the whole night. But I think I tried my best to like just make it clear, wait again, nothing's gonna happen here. Also, I don't want to be like, I can see you love me and you want to get into my pants, but that's not gonna happen, because she hasn't come forward and said that with her mouth. So I can't like assume, but obviously I'm not stupid. I know what's going on. I can see what's going on, and it's not gonna happen, my babes. It's not gonna happen. So yeah, we went back to Cape Town. And mind the whole time when all of these things are happening, like if she goes to the bathroom, I'm texting my friends like Bozanele, and I'm like, baby, you won't believe this. Me and Zanele call each other baby. So I'm like, yo, baby, you won't believe what the hell is going on right now. And then every time I'm telling Zanele. And then I think baby 3 was out of the room at some point or something like that. So I'm like, voice note, or I called Zanele and I'm like, baby, you won't. Mutikyo Arishi wants to sin. It was a mess. It was funny, but I was like a bit nervous and scared also, because I was like, in that moment, I felt like she wanted to do what she wanted to do so badly. She might not even consider like me, or like she try and force herself on me or something like that. And I was like, that's bad. Like that's gonna end in tears. And so, yeah, guys. So we went back to Cape Town, and she was also acting weird in Cape Town. Like when we got to Cape Town, I was like, this girl is funny. That's it. I don't want anything to do with you. She got back to Cape Town and she was acting Christian again. She was judging other kids and whatever. And I was looking at her like, you fake B. Like, why utrita like that all this time? Kante when I deep down in your heart. Yeah, I didn't like that girl. I'm sorry. Like in the beginning, I was very cool with her. Like I just thought she was weird and weird. She started doing very weird and obsessive things. Like after that, she used to. We found out later on that she used to, me and Zanele, if we were like chatting in our room and whatever, she would come to like our windows to come and listen to what we were talking about, like in totally strange like that. She would always ask Zanele about my whereabouts. Like she was so weird also, like, why aren't you asking me where I am? She would ask Zanele, hey, where's Katleho, what is she doing, can I come, or stuff very weird as well. And I was just like, oh no, my babes, like this is not it. This is not, I get but yeah, so she started acting very weird. Things were weird, guys. Like things became so weird to the point where it got ugly, where I was genuinely like, listen, don't come into my space. I don't want to talk to you. Kamo blocker and everything. Like even before I blocked her, she went back. The students went back to America and they all went home. She started messaging me such weird things when she was home. She was like, these are the caliber of girls she dates, and she's showing me pictures of like hot girls. She's showing me pictures of hot girls, and I felt like she wanted to make me jealous or something. And then at some stage, after all this jealousy and sending me hot girls pictures, one time she used to call me. There was like this thing that she used to do, like I think it was about 4 days in a row, and she would call me. She would be like, there's something I want to tell you, there's something I want to talk to you about. And then she would laugh and like hang up. Like she was weird like that. And then eventually we spoke on the phone, and she told me how she really liked me romantically and what. And so I told her, I'm like, thank you very much for actually eventually saying it, but I don't feel the same way about you, and I'm very much sorry. And she was recounting. So the reason why I was telling all those stories, I had to go to the hospital with her. We had to give her our sheets, that kind of stuff. So she was like, after I told her I don't want her, she was recounting all those things like, oh, but you did this and you did this and you did this for me and you did this and you did this and you did this for me. So what do you mean you don't like me? And I'm like, I don't, my babes. I'm so sorry. Maybe I'm a nice person or that was my job, but I had to do those things for you. I didn't like you like that. But she eventually got very nasty. I was like, unezinto ezifani wena. I blocked her and I never spoke to her ever again. Yeah, so that's the story, y'all, about my little fun time in Cape Town. But yeah, it was a funny but weird, very weird story. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if you want me to do more story times. I'll think of weird things that have happened in my life. Also, I don't know if I told all parts of the story, but whatever. Maybe if I'm with Zanele, I'll ask Zanele to watch the video. And then one day, if we're together and she says I missed out on a lot of stuff, when Zanele comes to Joburg, we'll do a part 2 of the story time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.